some years ago, Alice and I were, and it may have been on our wedding trip, it may have been on some other trip, but we were in Belgium, and we woke up one morning, and there was a story in the local newspaper about a farmer, and this farmer had gone out on his farm to work in the barn and do his farm things, just as he had done every day his adult life. And he's out there working, and he looks over in the pasture, and one of his cows is wandering along, and suddenly this cow just explodes, just literally blows to smithereens. And ultimately, it turns out, you say, where did that come from? And the answer is, in 1994 or 1995, whenever this happened, his cow stumbled into an unexploded bomb that had been left there since World War I. And you just never know when a bomb might wait a while before it blows up. On that same trip, we were in Paris, and at that time, you could still see hundreds of women, little tiny, shriveled up women with humped backs and no hair, miserably poor, wearing black clothes. And these women mostly were employed as concierges in the residences of Paris, where people live in multi family dwellings. And a concierge, in that sense, is not the guy who picks your wine or arranges for your theater tickets. It's the poor woman who guards your keys, collects your mail, tells you who's broken into your apartment, and the learned identity gets shot. These poor, pitiful women in black clothes were the widows of those soldiers who, in 1914 and 1918, marched off into the trenches, and in a space less than from here to Dallas, were killed in numbers in excess of 1 million people. And it's inconceivable to us. It's inconceivable to me to think of 1 million people being killed in an area that's so small in a time that is so short. But I read in the paper not long ago that if you start looking, you'll see that World War II veterans are now dying at the rate of 1,000 a day. And every day, more and more and more of them. And as hard as it is to imagine people dying in World War I, that was it. I'm outside. As hard as it is to imagine 1 million people being forgotten after a war like that, it is forgotten. And we're about to begin to forget World War II. And it will be replaced by new wars. It will be replaced by new widows wearing black clothes. It will be replaced by new unexploded bombs that go off somewhere. And the pitiful women dressed in black of World War II are our mothers, our grandmothers, girls who were 18, 19 years old, and looked up one day to a boy that they had known all their lives, or a boy that they had only known a few weeks, and they had to make a decision. Do I wait for him